Welcome to Luxon Photography, and let me tell you a story. Let me tell you about Viktor. Now, some weeks ago I got an email from a woman, and she told me that her husband would love to photograph people on the streets, and he tried it a couple of times, but he didn't get out of him and actually did it. He was just walking around and a little bit being scared to talk to the people. And she wrote me and she said he tried it a couple of times and he did not get to do it. He did not get out of him to do it. And she asked me if I could help. And so one day before his birthday, as a birthday gift, she and him went to Hanover, to the city, and she said, "Let me try to help you do this." And she wrote me she had already tried to help him another day and it didn't work. And she said, "Let's try it again on a Saturday," and they went to Hanover, and then suddenly I was there. And I was the birthday present, the gift that he didn't know about. And so what we did was, we first drank a coffee, so we got to know each other a little bit, and he said he's a little bit shy. And when I asked him, "Do you know what to say to the people?" and he said yes, and then he tried to tell me what he would say. He got a little bit nervous, and I heard it in his voice, and I saw it. And I thought, well, let's just go out. And so we went out on the streets in Hanover, just he and me. And what I always like to do when I teach somebody, or when I want to show somebody or help somebody photographing people on the streets, what I always like to do is I have to do it first. So I talked to two girls on the streets. They just went by. I could have done it differently. There were many people, and I talked to two and they just went by. Totally fine. The same place, I talked to two another girls. They said yes, and I photographed them. And then I said to Viktor, now it's your turn. Now I believe when you can see something, you can do it. So it's very important to me that somebody is next to me and he really sees how I approach somebody, how I say hi, what do I say. Then I put out the camera. How do I select the camera settings, 1 or 2 seconds. Where do I take pictures, wherever I meet them. And then we all went through these images together on the screen. So he experienced me talking to somebody until the final images on the screen within 2 or 3 minutes. And then I said, "Now it's your turn." And I thought, because his wife told me he's shy, I thought I now have to go with him talking to people and then introducing him as the photographer and then he making the shots. That was my idea at first. But he went out alone right after we said goodbye to the two girls. I said, "Now it's your turn," and he saw two girls and he just approached them. I was standing in the back taking some pictures of him, talking to them, and they said yes. The first two girls he talked to, they said yes. And he photographed them. Then, we're still all at the same place. There are 4 girls standing, and I'm saying to him, "Well, that would be nice images. Look at these 4. Imagine they would have some nice images as memory of today, all 4 of them together." And we are walking together beside them, and then he approaches the 4 girls and they all say yes. And he's in the next shooting. Then, all at the same place, all in front of Peek in Kloppenburg, the shopping house. Then we are walking along the street, and I was talking, he was talking, and then all of a sudden, he was gone. And I was looking around, and I thought, where is he? And then I saw him with a couple, asking a couple if they would like some nice images of them. And they said yes. So he approached 3 different groups, 2 girls, 4 girls, and a couple, all said yes. 3 approaches, 3 successes, all in a row, all in a very 25 minutes or something like this. 3 shootings done. And never having done this, always been afraid. Just because I was there. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even close when he approached the people. They did not even see me. And then we spent maybe, I think, 3 to 3.5 hours in Hanover together on the streets photographing people, and he got 10 shootings. But just think about it. Who would have thought in the morning that this guy, Viktor, who is a little bit shy, introvert, I am an introvert, I'm shy, I'm never the loudest in the room, I'm not this super high energy guy, yo what up, I'm not this, I'm very calm, relaxed, shy, I'm more in the background, I'm never the leader of a group, that's just the way I am, and it's totally fine. But with the camera, the world becomes my playground, and everybody can be somebody I can photograph. Now who would have thought that this guy, Viktor, who never photographed anybody on the street, who would have thought that he stands now there in front of 14 girls taking pictures of them? Look at this, there is a group, some girl gets married, they all went out to have a great time. And I said to him, you know, imagine you would photograph these 10, 14, 15 girls. And he said, oh yeah, I can try that. And then he walked to the girls and then he photographed them. Look at this. Who would have thought that? And he got 10 shootings, and I find it very interesting what is possible. And you see these videos here on this channel where I photograph people on the street, and you can say, you know, for him it's easy to photograph beautiful girls on the streets. But I don't have the courage. I'm not good looking. I don't have money. Whatever you have in your mind that is holding you back, let me tell you, it is not holding you back. The only person that is holding you back is you. You don't need money to have a great time with somebody. I believe what I base my life on is I find something that I love, which is taking pictures, photography. And I do this now to help others. Now, the selfish part of it is I love taking pictures so much, it's the best thing for me that I can imagine to do. If you say, Dirkson, if you could spend one weekend on the beach, in Spain on the beach, or you could spend one weekend in rain in London photographing people on the streets. I am more alive with the camera in my hand on the streets, in the rain, in the storm. When it's difficult, I'm more alive there than sitting on the beach. When you put me on the beach with a book, after 10 minutes, I grab a camera and I photograph people on the beach. Then I'm alive. Where the difficulty is, there is a great feeling. Now success is when opportunity meets difficulty, and what we did here, Viktor especially, on the streets was every person on the planet is an opportunity as a subject to photograph. Everybody on the planet is a client, a potential client. That is the opportunity. Every person that you meet on the street can be a client for your photography business. The difficulty, that's the opportunity, that's a chance, that's the opportunity. Everybody is potentially a client. That's the opportunity, the chance. Now the difficulty is, how will they get to me and ask me for a paid photo shoot? How is that going to happen? And here we are. Viktor did 10 photo shoots. He wrote me 2 days later, they already bought images. He didn't expect it to happen so fast. And I'm not making this video for me. I don't need this. I have much to do. I stand here now, make this video, put up the light here. Not for me, but for somebody watching who might have thought that he cannot do it. And maybe when you see now Viktor doing this on his first day, a couple, a single girl, another single girl, 4 girls, 14 girls, and all the other shootings he did in 3 hours and 15 minutes. And he now can do this every day whenever he wants. He told me about his job. He would love to reduce the hours he has on the job and do more of this street photography, and it's totally fine. He now can do that. And maybe, if you want it, you can do that too. Thank you very much.